Forget about other characters, concentrate on the last character. See here, it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. It is not in sequential order. Normally it should give observe from here A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. This is one set. Observe here, except the last character, remaining all other characters are same for this 26. Next set of 26, A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. Observe these 26 records. Rest all other characters are same. Not only this 26, the previous 26 also. Total 52 except first. Rest all characters are same. Next 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 26 plus 26. 52 plus 10. 62 plus slash. Now if you observe the next record of this is the last record. Till here, except the last character, rest all other characters are same. If you see the next record, again A is repeated. If you see the second character, it is incremented by 1. A became B, and then again it started with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K up to Z. Again started with lowercase. That's all. We don't have data beyond this. So that means this is the proof that row ID is using base 64 number system, where we have capital A to Z, small a to Z, 0 to 9 plus and slash as 64 different digits while generating or forming the row ID values in the extended row ID format in Oracle database. Now to confirm this, let us copy this entire data into our notepad. Here we remove this data. Now from here it started A to Z, lowercase a to Z, 0 to 9 plus and slash up to here. Now we just remove the last character. We deleted one character here. Now if you see, all these 64 records are same. When we select, see, normally there is no repetition. It is giving same because of it is not considering the case. Otherwise they are different. It is not repeated. But if you remove one character from this, see, total 18, we just removed one character here. One character is removed everywhere. So now all these are same. Now when it come to the next one, after plus and slash, it is again repeating. The previous character became B. A became B. See, rest all these are same. And if you remove one more character here, the B one, this will exactly match to this one. We need to remove one more A here. Now these all are exactly same. Means data object number is same, Okay, now let us consider first 6 characters is one part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to E. I am taking up to here, and then 3 characters, again 6 characters. See here, first 6 characters is the data object number. See, all this data is having the same object number. Next, data file number. Data file number is also same. See, data object number is same because it is from the same table. Data file, all the data is stored in the same file. Data block, since it is single tables data, the entire data is stored in single block, and within the block these are the row number. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. These are the 4 different parts of our extended row ID. We were here. See, if you want to select row ID from a table, I think we need to connect back to Scott. There only we have EMP and DEPT. A dot row ID, comma A dot star from DEPT A. Row ID it is giving, see, last character A, B, C, D, and the actual data is coming. We did not store the row ID while creating the table or inserting the data. These row IDs are automatically generated by the database server. Internally they are present. Whether index is there or not, row ID will be present. We can also select based on the row ID. See, we are giving the first row ID. Now let us give the last row ID. It's coming. Because it is physical value, we can use the row ID in our searching, in our conditions. Not only the first and last, we can also give the middle one. Let us take the third one. But if we use the same for row number, it will not give, because that is not the physical. This is the row ID is the physical address of the actual record. So we can use the first one, second one, third one, last one, any one. If you give the exact row ID, then that particular record will be displayed to us directly based on the row ID. See, we used first, second, last, anything it is giving. Now let us use less than. Where row ID is less than this particular row ID. I think single quote is required. Less than this row ID. See, less than this, there are 2 row IDs. This is C, below C, A and B are there, it is coming. We can also use less than or equal to. We will get 2 row IDs. We can also use greater than or equal to this. We will get third and fourth. Greater than this, we get the last one. Greater than the 3, which is the fourth one. less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, every, or even we can use not equal to. This is not equal to in Oracle, except that we have 3 other row IDs in the table. So every relational operator is valid here. Not equal to is also valid here. So when we know the exact row ID value, we can easily search the data based on the row ID, because it is the physical address. So we can reference this value, the row ID value, within the table without any problem. We can also use multiple row IDs in our searching, where row ID in C, comma, the last one is B. 2 row IDs are coming. Yes, it is valid. So multi-row operator is also valid while using row ID values, in which we don't have any restriction. So all the relational operators are valid with row IDs, either single row operator or multi-row operator. Everything is valid. We don't have any restrictions here. Let's remember once again what we have discussed here. Row ID is a pseudo column. Row ID is of 2 types: restricted row ID and extended row ID. We can use dbms underscore row ID package to manipulate the row IDs from one format to another format, that is restricted to extended or vice versa, extended to restricted. Restricted row ID was present till Oracle 8. Extended row ID is first introduced in 8i. So 8i version has both restricted as well as extended. We just need to set a parameter which type of row ID we have to use to be used in that version. Starting from 9i, they made it as compulsory as extended row ID. Still, we do have the backward compatibility to support restricted row IDs, to support the migration data. Whenever we migrate from older version to 9i, like 7 to 9, 6 to 9, 8 to 9, 8i to 9i, when we do migration to support restricted row IDs, we do have the backward compatibility. Not only in 9, still even in 12c we do have the support for restricted row IDs. But when we migrate the data from older versions to newer versions, automatically row ID will also be migrated to extended row ID from restricted row ID. So when we migrate the data either through export or import or through migration process, either way, when we migrate the data from Oracle 7 to Oracle 10G, automatically the restricted row IDs will be changed to extended row IDs. So we need not take special care, or we need not do any special process for changing the restricted row IDs to extended row IDs. Automatically when we migrate, the row IDs will be changed to the extended format when we migrate from older versions to newer versions of Oracle database. Restricted row ID is 16 character long. This will take 6 bytes of storage space. Its length is 16 characters. It uses base 16 number system, which is hexadecimal number system. It has 3 parts. First 6 characters is first part, next 4 first 8 characters is one part, next 4 will be second part, the last 4 will be third part. First 4 characters represent the data block number, second 4 characters represent the actual row number in that block, the last 4 characters represent the data file number. Restricted row ID is unique at the entire database level. All the row IDs are unique, but restricted row ID is unique at the database level. So within a single database, restricted row ID cannot be duplicated. It will not be repeated. Extended row ID, it is 18 character long. The storage space of extended row ID is 10 bytes. It will have 16 characters width or long. The length is 18 characters. It follows base 64 number system. That means there will be 64 different digits in the extended row ID. In restricted row ID, there will be 16 different digits. In restricted row ID, those 16 characters or digits are 0 to 9 and A to F. A to F is not case sensitive in restricted row ID. Either we can use uppercase A to F or lowercase A to F. Both are same. But in extended row ID, it uses base 64 number system. So here we use uppercase A to Z, lowercase A to Z, 0 to 9 plus and slash. Here uppercase characters A to Z and lowercase characters A to Z are not same. They are different in extended row ID. Extended row ID has 4 different parts. 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3. First 6 characters represent the data object number. Next 3 characters represent the data file number. Next 6 characters represent the data block number. The last 3 characters represent the actual row number within that particular block. Both restricted row ID and extended row ID will be represented in varchar2 format. Means the data format of row IDs is varchar2. This is about row ID. The next pseudo column is level. This is specially used in hierarchical reports using connect by clause. When we generate hierarchical reports, to identify which level, we use the level pseudo column. Based on the level of the hierarchy, it will display the number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. The top level records will be displayed as level 1, next level will be displayed as 2 and so on. So level cannot be used directly, level cannot be used without connect by clause. So while generating the hierarchical report, either we can generate top down or bottom up. In both the cases, level can be used. Next pseudo column is row number. Row ID is the physical, whereas row number is not physical. Even though numbers are present, we cannot use those numbers for our searching purpose. It is logical numbering. So we cannot search based on the row number any data. We cannot search data. So if you search row number equal to 1, it will fetch. Row number is less than 5, it will fetch. Less than or equal to 5, it will fetch. Except these 3 relational operators. If we use any other relational operator with row num, it will fail. Fail in the sense it will not display any records. The output will be 0 rows or no rows selected. So greater than or equal to, less than or equal to and equal to 1. only 3 will work. Equal to means only 1 will work. Equal to 2 also will not work. Not equal to, greater than or equal to, and no any other relational operator cannot be used at all. Less than will always will work. Less than or equal to also works always, but equal to works with only 1. The next set of pseudo columns are curval and next val. These two pseudo columns we use with sequence. Curval displays the most recently generated value by the sequence, the last value which is already generated. Next val will be displayed the next available value to be generated by the sequence. But when we execute next val, the next value will be generated and then it will be displayed for us. Without generating, we cannot display the next val. Curval, since it is already generated, the generated value will be displayed. So these two pseudo columns are invalid without sequence. When we have the sequence, with sequence only we can use it. Sequence dot curval, sequence dot next val. Without sequence we cannot use these two pseudo columns. So totally these are the 5 pseudo columns that are available in our Oracle database. When we say pseudo column, we will not be providing any values for the pseudo columns. Pseudo columns will automatically be stored in the database. It will generate the values automatically, implicitly by the database server. We don't have any control on the values generated by the pseudo columns except row ID. Since row ID is physical, we can use these row IDs for searching less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, in, equal to, any row ID. Especially while identifying the duplicate records or deletion of or removal of duplicate records from a table, we will be using row ID only. That is the only way to identify the records, because row ID is unique at a table space level. So within a table, row ID will never be duplicated. So when we say row ID, in our searching purpose we will get exactly one record only. Whichever the record is having same data, but we will be using row IDs in that case, less than or greater than. Wherever the data is same, when we use row ID less than the current row ID or greater than the current row ID, then those records will be selected or deleted from the table automatically. So that's all about our pseudo columns topic. We will continue with another topic in the next session.